My name is Dave Cat. I'm 37 years of age, and I can't live without my real doll. Originally, when I first got her, I called her my synthetic girlfriend. But it's actually progressed to the point where it's like, you know, she's my wife. She's not awake right now because, well, basically she kept hitting the snooze button, so it's just like, just let her sleep. It's not even worth getting her out of bed at this point. The whole interaction on a day-to-day basis, along the lines of like getting her dressed, you know, brushing her hair, things of that nature, you know, it brings us closer together as a couple. I had actually worn this necklace a lot, and I decided she should have it. It's kind of like, you know, when you give your sweetheart a class ring, that sort of thing. Photo shoots are something fun that we do. When I first was even thinking about getting a real doll, I was just like, okay, well, you know, the sex is going to be fantastic. But there's also the whole concept of like taking photographs. My mother and I used to go down to downtown Detroit every weekend. While she was in various stores trying on clothes, I would actually be looking at the mannequins, and it kind of stemmed from there. Back in 1999, actually, my best friend, Monty, had actually tipped me off to a site that sold these lifelike mannequins that were made out of silicone, so they were nice and soft. I was like, oh my God, I've got to have one of these.
Most people find it soothing to live in a fantasy life, to fantasize, or even to daydream. It really becomes problematic when that becomes the predominant way that they live their life.
I gotta admit, me and my friends all thought it was kind of weird, you know, Dave Cat paying quite a sum of money for a real doll. But after he got her and the interest that he showed in her, it was kind of cool in a way.
This will be her anniversary present for our 10-year. I got these matching wedding bands. They say synthetic love lasts forever on them.
When people are lonely, they often look toward alternative means to find relationships. That could be through a pet, sometimes even just going online. But there are really no substitutes for a true human companionship.
I already know she's a doll. It's not a situation where it's just like, oh yeah, she's gonna come to life one day. As long as you have at least 1 foot in reality, it's a perfectly normal thing, I think. Well, sweetie, I'm heading over to the playhouse. I should be back about the usual time. She's cooped up in the apartment all the time, and I'd love to be able to take her places. I'll be back before you know it. Love you. Hold down the fort, okay? But it's just the whole thing of like, oh, there goes that freak with the doll, you know?
I think a synthetic relationship appeals to Dave Cat on a few levels. Dave is an only child. He's this very solitary individual. He likes his silence and he likes his space. She doesn't strike me as a type.
Yeah, I'm a type person, you know, and we don't want to be one of those couples that like dresses alike, because that's,
Creepy?
Yeah, to say the least.
For Dave, I hope that he's happy no matter what he does. When he's ready to progress into something different, it'll be there. But for right now, this is perfect.
You don't like these? Come on.
I'm sorry, does she have someplace in the office to be?
She likes the office style. I mean, come on, the fuchsia or purple.
How about this? You find a jacket to go with that? Yeah.
There you go. You don't want to like buy a whole bunch of stuff that she's already got. Yeah, exactly. I'm definitely excited about getting those clothes back. I think Monty and I managed to find some good stuff for her. Hey, sweetie. I got a lot of stuff for you. You will be impressed. She's gonna love them, I think. It's gonna be a new look, yet the same look, but I think she's really gonna approve of them. This is a shirt cardigan thing that just goes over you. Our glasses, let's see how they look on you. They're transparent. I figured they can go with that choker that you've got that's also transparent.
It's normal for children to have a rich fantasy life, including imaginary friends. But when it continues into adult life, that's when there is a problem.
That's all you get. So there you go. And you're welcome.